everybody, and welcome to another episode of Beach Boss. I'm your host, Michelle Yu. Joining me is my good buddy, Ray Paulick. And also, I kind of feel like a cheating wife right now. My podcast partner, who's like my second work husband, Billy Koch. So now I've got a partner and a second work husband, and we're all here together. What fun. Thanks for joining us on Beach Boss here, Billy.
Oh, it's great to be here. I felt bad for Ray after all these weeks of losing. He finally got the win last week barely over Christina. So we'll put him back in his place today.
Oh, so are you guaranteeing a victory over Ray today?
Oh, 100%. They wouldn't have asked me on the show if I wasn't going to, ultimately stand by my pick. So look at Ray. I think he looks nervous.
Ray, are you a little? I mean, he's promoting you. He's got the LRF hat on right now.
Yeah, that was from our charity softball game. Ray was actually our coach, and we won. Mike Pipey was the MVP. That was a good time, Ray.
It was fun. Yeah. But pity. You're throwing pity my way. You don't wear that very well, I don't think.
I feel a little. I should have worn my LRF mask or something. I feel a little left out here.
Okay. We appreciate you wearing the mask because I know you're in a place where there's people. So
yes, I am in a place. There's actually someone walking towards me right now. I want to be like 6 feet. 6 feet. Everybody stay away from me. I have a table with 4 chairs set up as a barrier. Yeah. Speaking of where we're at, Billy, I don't know if you know, but I actually do this show from the veranda, which should racing be normal, you would be here. Where are you right now?
Yes, I'm actually at Veranda North, which is our condo right across the street from the track. So we're extremely jealous of you. We missed the veranda, but it's great. We were talking about this before we went on the air, that the horses are running. That's the most important thing. Del Mar is allowing owners to watch the races now. So that's also a really great thing. I know LRF Nation has come out of the box very fast and very loud. We had a win yesterday, and apparently Larry Colmus could hear us, so that's a good thing.
Sitting out here in the veranda, one thing is lacking is there is no awesome service. Do you guys have awesomes at Veranda North?
Uncle Todd makes awesomes. We have all the fixins. There's our Twitter feed at Veranda North. Last night we put a poll up. Top Gun won, and but then we ended up watching The Town. Which is
so you didn't listen to it anyways.
Movies.
What's the point? Yeah,
well, it was kind of a fake poll, but if you look at the movies on there, we did want to watch Top Gun. But we're having a good time, and we're making the best of obviously a very, very strange situation for everyone.
Ray,
Billy,
have you been invited to Veranda North?
I want to ask Billy, do you know more about movies or horses? Because you know a lot about both.
Wow. Horses for sure. I'm just a movie fan. And I grew up in the business, so I kind of it's still in my blood, but I hope I know more about horses since that is my profession.
Okay.
And we know you know a lot about horse ownership because you do have a podcast called The Horse Ownership Experience.
It is very good. It's a very good podcast. Yeah, it's me and Michelle Yu. It's very, very good. It's a good listen. And truthfully, for people who might be getting into the game, it's a great way to do your homework and hear stories from other owners about how they started and get advice on what they've learned. It's pretty cool.
I like it.
I appreciate that you guys had me on there like 5 years ago or 10 years ago or something.
Would you like to come back on?
It's still on after all this time. They haven't canceled us yet.
Yeah, it is amazing. Ray, you're invited anytime.
Thank you, Bill.
Let's jump right to the meat and bones of this. Basically, the contest is called Beat Ray. You at home can play any day. Every single day, there's going to be one key race, and you have a $100 mythical wager to bet, win, place, or show as you see fit. Ray had been blanking like crazy. Last week, he jumps up with 100 to win on Collusion Illusion. He cashes that. So really good job there. And now this week we're going to be playing the grade 2 yellow ribbon, mile and a 16th for fillies on the grass. Huge scratch in here of Jolie Olympica. Ray, I'm sure you would have been going that direction. So where are you going to land now?
Well, first of all, Christina Blacker was great last week. She bet Collusion Illusion to win in place, but she also had Lexingtonian to win in place. And if they had written the race at a 6 furlongs in a jump, she wins, but they don't write them that way. So it was 6 furlongs. Collusion Illusion won. I barely beat Christina, and I'm staying in the same philosophy here. I'm going with the horse that'll be favored. Beau Recall won this race last year. I know she needs some pace to set things up for her. There's not a lot there, but she's the best. She's been running against and despite the absence of a lot of pace, I think the best horse is going to win, and that's Beau Recall.
I'm a little nervous taking her because she settles for second a lot.
She's run against some good, she ran against Newspaper of Record. She ran, she's run second, but to some really good horses. And these are not as good as Newspaper of Record, I don't think.
All right. So all in for Uncle Ray here on the 7, Beau Recall for Brad Cox with the class drop. Billy, I know you're not going to go favorite city. Where are you going to go?
No, in fact, I couldn't really hear Ray's choice. There was chalk flying out of his mouth. I just assumed he was taking Beau Recall. I knew this was going to be his strategy. So I'm always about value, okay? And I look at this field. I don't think Summering's good enough. I don't think Tonahotu's good enough. I don't think Lady Prancelot or Harmless is good enough. I think it's basically a 3-horse race. Beau Recall obviously is the best horse. I agree with everything that Ray said. Keeper of the Stars is also a very good horse. She's a grade 1 winner in her own right. She won the Gamely. But there's a chink in her armor. She is 0 for 3 and has never hit the board on the Del Mar turf, okay? So it leaves one horse, and it happens to have the leading rider, Flavien Prat, and that's Bodacita. Richie Baltas, he's loved this horse for a while now. I spoke to him yesterday. He said she's ready for a big run. And what I did is I bet win and place. That way, if for whatever reason Beau Recall doesn't hit the board, but I don't win, I still could get my place bet and still destroy Ray as I plan to do.
I think that's a smart move because the one chink in her armor, I feel like, is off the bench. She usually seems like she needs one. She never fires her A game off of the layoff. So betting her to place also might just save you there.
Yeah, I know Pratt has liked this filly for a long time. She was defeated by Keeper of the Stars last time at a mile and 1/8. I just like also the inside post. I know it's a longer race and it's not a big field, but I feel when Pratt can get cover and get that kind of inside stalking trip, that's when he's best. And he's not afraid to come up the rail. And I think this filly is kind of the up and comer and has value. She's 6 to 1 in the morning line. You're not going to get that with the big scratch, but she's not going to be 3 to 5 like Beau Recall, Ray's pick, who just
Ray. We moved aside some of your chalk. Do you want to say anything to Billy about his pick?
I'm not going to wipe the chalk off my face. I'm going to stay with it. And one of the reasons that I went this way was as good as Flavien Prat is on the turf or dirt. Umberto Rispoli rides this turf course really, really well. He puts horses in the race early, and that's why, despite the lack of real pace in here, I know he's going to put her in a good spot early. And sometimes you just got to eat the chalk, Billy.
Okay. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, look, it's a competition. You got to do what you got to do.
Billy, you've won this race before as an owner. Tell us a little bit about Egg Drop.
Yeah, 2013, the White Witch, everybody's favorite Egg Drop. I think we had literally like a 15-minute inquiry that day. And it was, all of us were down there. I think Molly's going to run the stretch run right here. She's putting it up. You'll see Egg Drop in our silks on the outside. Martin Garcia forgot his hat, so he's got a navy blue hat.
Oh, A Jealous Woman. She's a good little broodmare too now.
Look at my Gigi with Gomez in the white hat. Watch this.
Whoa, got tight. Oh!
Now, did you fire the jockey for not wearing the right hat? Because I've heard of owners doing that kind of stuff.
No, that happens sometimes. But that was a great race, and the late Mike Mitchell, that was one of his last stake wins, and we miss him, and we're glad that Phil D'Amato has carried his torch and has done a great job for us. And Phil was an assistant at the time. And Chio, you realize you're hidden here. Sorry. That's okay. No, why don't you say hello?
Oh yeah, you got Veranda North people there. One of the co-founders of Veranda North making an appearance here.
Yes,
Billy, also, can you just tell me what your fondest Del Mar memory is? Because you go back a long way here.
There's so many, and you mentioned the Veranda, and Chio, who was just in the background. He and I have been sitting up there for probably 25 years. But I was trying to think of a really cool event recently, and that has to be Fashion Business in the Del Mar Handicap a couple years ago. It's one of those races that you don't see that often because Flavien Prat made this huge move. This is a 1 3/8 race, and he made this stunning move around the 3/8 pole and just took command. And he ended up drawing off and winning by about 8 lengths. And we were up on the veranda, and hopefully Molly will be able to show it. We were just going absolutely nuts. Like you just don't see this kind of thing in a 1 3/8 race, and especially it was a Breeders' Cup win in your in race, and he was such a cool horse, Fashion Business. We just loved him, and that was just a special day. But truthfully, any day at Del Mar is a special day. So, here. There we are. Look,
the good old days.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. Everyone's on the veranda watching the big screen TV in the paddock. They're not actually watching the live horse race.
So that was actually a really, really fun day. And thank you to Pratt and Mike Mitchell. And Phil D'Amato and everybody who was a part of Fashion Business, all of #LRF Nation.
Ray, I don't know if I've ever asked you your favorite Del Mar memory. Do you have one off the top of your head? This was not prepped.
I'd probably have to say when the Breeders' Cup came here in 2015, and I was with my mother-in-law, who's passed away since then, and she got to see the Breeders' Cup at her home track, something she had been wanting to see for a long time, and we sat with her for both days, and it was just fantastic. The whole Breeders' Cup, and
that's so sweet. I love that.
We miss her.
That's nice.
I love that. Billy, also, before we sign off here, we have Karmathon coming up. We normally do a really great day at Del Mar to benefit Karma, which is the California retirement program for our racehorses. And I know you sit on the board there. So tell us what we're going to do this year instead of having the normal situation where we have a whole bunch of people here in the paddock.
Right. It's obviously with the pandemic, we can't do any fundraisers. So we came up with this concept where we're calling it the Karmathon. It's going to be on Pacific Classic Day. And basically, it's almost like a telethon. So we're going to have interviews, talk to people, find out all about aftercare, and you'll be able to just go right to the Karma website. There'll be a giant donate button, and we're going to do as much as we can and raise as much as we can for our horses, because we like to say at Karma, we say buy, race, retire. They all go hand in hand. You have a responsibility as an owner to make sure that after your horse's career, they still are taken care of. And with the pandemic, Karma, and as of all charities, have been really hurt. And like I said, we can't do our fundraiser where we, do the mechanical bulls and we have a band. We can't do any of that stuff. So we thought this is a way to just get the word out. We have a big lead up the week of to Pacific Classic Day. And then you'll see kind of a banner, or you'll see a running scroll on TVG and on your in-house feed on how you can donate. And look, you can always donate. Just go to the Karma website, which is at the bottom of your screen right now, www.karmaforhorses.org. Molly and her crew are really helping us out with the social media. Del Mar's been great, and TVG has been great. So we're excited about it, and we just hope everybody out there, whether it's $10, $20, $5, $100, it doesn't matter. Any little bit helps.
All right. That's all good information. Billy, I'm going to put you on the spot one more time. You guys had 9 horses running this weekend? You had a winner yesterday. What do you got on tap today? And do you give us a guaranteed win?
If you go to the 5th race, I really like our filly Beguiled. She's on the rail. She's 15-1 morning line. You're not going to get 15-1. She's much better than that. JJ got to know her last time. I think there'll be a little pace with Merneath in there. It's a really good group of fillies in there, 3-year-old fillies. My other filly in there is Summer Love. We own it with Agave Racing. She's making her first start since we bought her privately out of a sale. She's doing okay. She may need. We don't really know too much about her because she hasn't been here that long. She's only had 3 or 4 works, so it'll be interesting to see what she does. But I think Beguiled might be tough at a long shot price today. And then we run Mecklenburg tomorrow, who's first time in the country, and he's been training super. He's 5-2 on the morning line. He has to beat Eastern Ocean in the 2nd race for Glatt. But I think we're live in both those spots.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna throw a horse for everybody out there too. Race number 8 today, a maiden special weight for Calbreds. I like the 3. Lino's back in town for Jeff Bondy. He's got a pair in there, but Mike Smith gets on. He doesn't ride too many 2-year-olds. Uncle Lino is, I would feel like, a little under the radar sire, but he is doing extremely well with his first crop right now. I love the workouts for this horse. Jeff Bondy gets him ready to go. So I think this one really intriguing in race number 8 as well.
In today's 3rd race, there's a horse called Spud. And I had a dog named Spud that used to drive out to Del Mar from Kentucky with me every summer. We'd hit the beach and everything. He's passed away as well. Spud in the third race is a live long shot for Jeff Mullins today. So anybody that remembers my old dog Spud, the white and black mixed mutt.
I do remember Spud.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right,
Super.
here's the Spud.
Spud and betting on it.
Cheers to Spud. Good luck with everybody at your Beach Boss picks. Don't forget, you can log on to dmtc.com, go to contests, and play to beat Ray every day. The winner of the overall contest is going to end up here at the Breeders' Cup when it is run at Del Mar next year, but we hope you play along regardless. And don't forget to check out Carmathon as we get closer and closer to that as well. BKLRF, good luck. Ray Paulick, good luck. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it.
You guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Bye, guys.
Go get it. All right.